Warren, an exciting selection for this weekend. Starts for Rob Evans, Justin Tipperick and Tom James.
Yeah, I think a little bit about the future. Obviously with Rob Evans, he's played for us before, and thinking about the short term now and giving him an opportunity. Also thinking towards the next few years, 2019, and we've got a couple of older loose heads who have been around for a long time, giving us brilliant service, and about probably how much longer they'll be involved internationally, we're not too sure. And then we've got a few players still fit and available, but we still don't feel they're quite sharp enough in terms of rugby fitness. So one or two on the bench. Liam Williams is not involved this week, just give another week of conditioning. Dan Liddy on the bench as well. So yeah, we're all excited about the makeup of the back row, and been really impressed with Tom James's form for the Blues, and so that's on merit and selection. Yeah, so pretty exciting team, and hopefully people will be pretty happy with it.
It's great to see Jonathan Davis return from injury in the midfield as well.
Yeah, and look, it's part of professional sport, particularly rugby nowadays. You're going to lose players for campaigns, they pick up injuries, so to see him back, and that combination with Jamie again, gives us a pretty experienced midfield. Obviously Dan Bigger's done brilliant for us in the last sort of 12 months or so. So yeah, nice mix here with Gareth Davies, retaining that spot at 9, who'd just done so well for us also, particularly in the World Cup and the way that he came on. We did say beforehand it was a bit of a surprise selection, so but I did mention that he would be one of the guys that potentially could take the World Cup by storm. And he did that. Scored more tries than any other 9 in the tournament, so he's retained his place. So yeah, look, I think it's a nice balance, and Gareth Anscombe at fullback as well gives us the option of at times sort of having 2 first receivers too.
Ireland first up, Six Nations champions. What are you expecting from them on Sunday?
Depending on weather conditions, it doesn't sound like it's going to be brilliant at the moment. Ireland have been incredibly effective at what they've done, and so we've got to negate their kicking strategy. That's it's a real strength of theirs. The box kicking from 9, 6 in at 10, kicking into the corners, putting you in pressure, pegging you back, playing territory, and then strangling you. That's what 2 years ago we went there, and that's what they did. They absolutely strangled us. Drove well at more time. Played an incredible well executed territory game, dominated in the air, and we just weren't able to cope with that. So it's important that we realise that those are the challenges facing us when we play Ireland, because they play a lot of one-pass rugby. They work to get over the game line, try and shorten you up, and then they look to shift the ball when you're down on numbers. So we've got to cope with that and cope with the kicking strategy.
And finally, the new look back row: Sam at 6, Justin at 7. That's exciting for all the fans. Yeah,
I think that combination's been there before, and it's going to be a pretty physical game as well. But I think what I'm excited about is the team looks good, but if you look at the experience on the bench, there's a lot of experience to be able to come off, whether it's Gethin Jenkins, Ken Owens, Bradley Davis, and Reece Priestland, Cuthbert. So I think we've got a lot of caps sitting on the bench, and players can hopefully come off and do a job for us, or finish a job for us.